This year we've been seeing really record numbers of salmon coming back to tributaries in Lake Champlain. Angler involvement has been hugely helpful.
And you know, it's a great story.
I like the salmon. I got into the salmon program, and it hooks you. You can't, you know, it's a passion.
And we just like getting more people involved because they see what we actually do, and they kind of understand, and they get a little bit invested.
Atlantic salmon are a native species here. They've been here for the last 12,000 years till the early 1800s, where construction of dams, overharvest, and those sorts of things led to their extirpations. So these are landlocked salmon that come up rivers to spawn and then spend the majority of their time growing out in Lake Champlain. A big part of what our office does is try to restore Atlantic salmon to Lake Champlain.
For the Saranac River, the goal is to try to get some natural reproduction upstream. We're trying to raise these fish so that they will come back to the place that we stock them. So for the Saranac River, we stock them here at the mouth into these pens, hold them for 3 weeks, and we're counting on their natural ability to imprint to their waters, and hopefully they will use that to then return in a couple of years as adults, and they're going to want to spawn here. Volunteers are critical to this project. This is a pretty big project. We got a lot of little moving parts and things with getting these things launched and retrieving them. Not to mention feeding them every single day, every morning. So we have a good group of volunteers.
I like to tell people I'm just helping. I'm trying to get in good with the salmon god, so this fall, maybe that 20-pounder or that 15-pounder will be there, and I'll hook it. It's all about the rivers and our environment, and people realize that water is very important. And we got a beautiful lake and beautiful surroundings and community. So people are good, they like the salmon because it's an indicator species that tells us about our environment. And if you have populations of trout and salmon, then you have good water quality and good watersheds.
A lot of times we have a lot of work in the spring or later in the fall. Trout Unlimited signs an agreement each year for these and says, yes, we will commit so many people or so many hours and make sure this happens. So like having that makes it possible for us to pursue projects like this.
And it's good to get out there with the environment. Anybody can come out, we can use anybody. Yeah, we have several programs.
Anglers are a huge help because sampling salmon in Lake Champlain is inherently difficult. We have a couple ways that we can sample them. Right now we're on the Saranac River. We just checked a hoop net that was set to capture adults returning to the Saranac River. But we only have so many days in a year that we can do that. Meanwhile, there's a lot of passionate fishermen out there who are sampling fish whenever they have free time, or some go out every day during the summer or spring. And so by partnering with those anglers, we're able to get genetic samples from them to really boost the sample size for our study and increase the power we have to assess these different stocking options.
That's better. Here's a salmon. There we go. Got all his fins. We'll take a sample of this fish. So we'll just take a piece of his tail like that. See, he's got all his fins. So that was a fish that came from our federal fish hatchery in Bethel, Vermont. We put that sample in there, that piece of tail of the fish, put it in the envelope, and we record the length of the fish and our name, date, and where it was taken, and any comments, that we might have about the fish. So that's how we take a DNA sample from our fish to help out the U.S. Fish and Wildlife. They can identify which control group that these salmon came out of because they get the DNA from the parents, and this allows them to evaluate these experiments. Makes us feel good about helping the fishery, basically.
Anyone who's catching salmon in the lake or in rivers could help us out with this. We simply need a scale sample or a small tissue sample. We can do DNA extractions from either of those. The big picture is that as we're moving forward each year, as we do this study and we analyze the results, we're learning about what stocking methods are working best. It's been a great partnership working with some of these dedicated salmon fishermen.
People of all ages, in all parts of the watershed, can help protect and restore waterways and ecosystems. To learn how you can get involved, visit lcbp.org/dive-in.